In order to become profitable and consistent trader, we need to go through a journey. This journey is a rough one. It took me almost 2 years to become profitable and consistent trader, full-time trader. Now this is why I try to share all the knowledge that I have. Check the links in the description below. Fibonacci Traders Academy, 22 videos, 20 minutes or less on how to improve our trading journey each and every day. Technical side and on the mental side. Hey there, Tamir from FibonacciTraders.com here with the daily market recap. Without any further ado, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Let's see the charts. SPY and the daily, bulls are holding this trend line. This trend line represents the higher lows. We have this high here, this low here, higher low, still higher low. Bulls know that if this trend line will fail to hold and will break to the downside, December lows at the 375 will get retested, and if this low will break to the downside, 350, 355 October lows will be here very fast. QQQ bouncing off this yellow trend line, still in a short-term downtrend, but this trend line is holding. Now let's see if bulls can push up and above towards this trend line and maybe finally breaking above it, because as we can see, trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. So let's see where price will take us. All we have to do, follow price, use levels and trend lines to manage risk. IWM, also here, bulls are defending with all they have on the 170. This 170 was December lows, and if we look further left, 170 is a very important level of support and resistance. Bulls are defending it. If they will give up, 163 will be here very fast. 163 was October lows and June 2022 lows. For now, 170 is holding strong. Bulls need a bounce and maybe close this gap over here, the 181. Dow Jones trying to get back above the 320, but as we can see, 4 consecutive trading days, bulls are failing to break up above and close above the 320. If they will give up, we have this gap over here at the 310, 311 area, and we know more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. Bitcoin, after failing to break above this red trend line, look left. This red trend line is a very tough resistance for the higher highs. And if you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos, you know these trend lines. Now, orange trend line needs to hold as support. It was support over here, and over here. Failing to do so, no need to guess where price will head next. You guessed it right. Yellow trend line. This yellow trend line held lows over here, the lows over here, and now if the orange trend line will fail to hold, the yellow one will be next. Ethereum, broadening formation. This is the exact definition of broadening formation. Higher highs, lower lows, broadening formation, and as we can see, each and every time price is reaching this trend line, it's getting rejected. Once again, here got rejected. Now let's see if the 1620 will hold. Otherwise, we have all the potential support to the downside, and if the 1520 will fail to hold, this red trend line will get retested once again with a new lower low. All we have to do, follow price, use levels and trend lines to manage risk. And when I say follow price, I mean really know in-depth price action, aka candlestick analysis. Check the links in the description below. We have the Fibonacci Traders Academy playlist, 22 videos, free playlist. We have the ebook, we have newsletter, and we have 2 programs, the one-on-one mentorship program, and we have also the Fibonacci-Traders program. 6 hours pre-recorded, 49 lessons, 6 plus 49, 55, Fibonacci number, the only program that will transform you to become your own indicator and stop following others. Natural gas, as we can see, sliding slowly but surely, sliding down. Now 253, 243 needs to hold, otherwise 211 will get retested once again. Oil trying to bounce. Now let's see where price will take us. For now, most likely blue trend line will get retested once again because this blue trend line is holding the lower lows. SMH basically moving sideways, not much of a price action, bouncing between the 233 and the 247. For long, if you're not long yet, I would wait for a break above the 247. If price will break above the 247, we can assume with high probability price will go retest the white trend line, because only by looking left we can see this white trend line is holding and acting as support and resistance for price action since September 2022. Even if we go further back, July's lows. XLF, another doji, but once again 31 to the downside. Now this area was a very important area of support, resistance, support, doji of this area. Maybe we can get some kind of a bounce, but until proven otherwise, XLF is in a downtrend. VIX, another very crazy day on the VIX, but as you can see, 23 holding as support, 27 holding as resistance. Price 4 consecutive trading sessions failing to close above the 27. If we want to get any kind of relief on the SPY and Qs, we need this trend line to get retested once again and then back to the downside. XLE breaking below this channel, breaking also below a very important level of support, below the 78. Now all we have to do is take Fibonacci, swing high towards the swing low, and is it magic? No, it's Fibonacci. 618 is holding below it. This gap is filled, failing to hold. We have another gap over here at the 73. Not surprising, more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. So if you see a gap, you can know with high probability this gap will get filled. Apple holding strong above the 150. Now let's see bounce and continuation towards the 158 and maybe break above it. I would wait to see a break above 158, at least a weekly close above it, and then we might go all the way to 168 and even 176. We have this gap over here, slight gap, 171.31. Yeah, it's a slight gap over here. And we know more than 80% of all gaps will get filled. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is it. It's not rocket science, it's only technical analysis. Fibonacci's program starts with 60 minutes crash course on all the technical side that you need to start your journey to become your own indicator. Everything else, we go in depth the technical side, and we don't forget the mental side. Tesla failing to go back above the 183, support, resistance, support and resistance. So this area of the 183 is a very important area of support and resistance. We have this gap over here. But for now, I would wait. In my opinion, maybe long above 183 and back towards the 210, 217 area. Short continuation below 164. Google. As we mentioned a few videos ago, and on Twitter and on Discord, every time price is reaching and touching this trend line, price is bouncing, and now we have double bottom, validation. Let's see continuation towards the 100. In my opinion, 100 will be the next very tough resistance for the bulls. Only by looking left we can see it was a very tough resistance over here, here, and also here. AMD continue to be a very strong name. Uptrend channel until proven otherwise, and as you can see, even without Fibonacci, you can see trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. Support, resistance, resistance, support, now resistance, now support on the low of the day. Let's see continuation towards this trend line over here at around 98, 100. Then we can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. 96 together with this trend line will be next resistance. Shopify still waiting for a break above the 44.30 until we won't have a break at least 2 days above this 44.30. I'm on the sidelines. We have this gap over here. In my opinion, a weekly close above 44.30, this gap will get filled sooner than we think. Netflix, another perfect example of why trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. This red trend line, only by looking left, it was support, support, and now becoming resistance. Price is trying to get back up and above this red trend line and inside the upper uptrend channel, but failing. If bulls will give up, we have 281, 263 and the 250 gap. Pay attention to gaps. Amazon breaking up above this channel. Now we have all the levels to the upside for potential future resistance, but Amazon is finally, looks like, waking up. All we have to do, follow price, use levels and trend lines to manage our risk. That's it. Risk management. This is all we have full control of. Nothing more, nothing less. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit a like, subscribe, share with friends, would be much appreciated. Don't forget to check Fibonacci-Traders program. 6 hours, 49 lessons, the only program with lifetime support, guidance, and all Discord channels. The only program that will transform you to become your own indicator and stop following others. Until the next video, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe.